Alright guys, we're back with part 2 of breaking down Russell's Rickhouse. Now, we heard in the last video, look at this. I didn't do those glasses real quick. Gotta take a shot of this shit.
So we've now switched bottles here in single Rickhouses so that we can compare the store version versus the allocated super rare single Rickhouse. On the first battle, I think we both picked the single Rickhouse. Even though there's differences in them, they are similar. Right. So we're gonna try these two, see if we agree, disagree. And what's interesting, like when you drink this by itself, right? It's a fantastic pour. Sure, right? I mean, it's so weird to me, like when you drink something close to it that's special, this doesn't become special anymore, but it truly is special. I mean, it belongs in a category by itself.
Yeah, I think for me, what differentiates so far is just the finish lasts so much longer.
Yeah.
On the higher proof, and that's probably because of the proof point.
Right. And I suspect age. We can't prove that because it's not age stated.
Yeah.
But if these are 8 to 10, I imagine this is 10 to 12. Yeah. Ooh, that is really good. The nose on that. All the funk and cherry that you expect on the camera. Yeah. There's no bad pour here on the table. Let's make that clear. Just some are a little bit better than others, but off camera we talked about value versus pour, right? Right. So these are $60 to $80, no matter where you go.
Yeah.
And these are $300.
I think so. Yeah.
At MSRP, if you can get that.
Right.
So value, would you rather have 4 of these versus one of those? It all depends on whether you're talking quantity or quality.
Exactly. And I've been lucky enough to get everyone except for CNF at MSRP.
Oh wow. Yeah. That is lucky.
So.
It's gotta be in different countries though.
Well, different countries. They don't drink wild turkey in London.
They don't?
No.
They have it. They have
We
it.
can't fit on no two-seater because we're not too small, but as you've learned, like, tell me what you love about whiskey much, because I know you told me at the beginning you were new to it to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
like newer, but
newer.
So you got into it, you fell in love with wild turkey, why?
I mean, literally, I fell in.
Just getting goosebumps, look.
I fell into it because I tried a buff turkey, and it was I think it was mashup reserve. No, it was Kentucky fruit smoothie.
Oh wow!
So it's a
low proof.
It was just good, but it's like, okay, it's good corn. You know, I like the ratio of corn, rye, and barley, and it's not
too much
killing
money
me.
too. He's like this. I need something else to do.
Yeah.
Trent's not here, but he said, my wife said, you need a new hobby. You can't keep buying these cars. He's trying to point out, man, a car is $300,000.
For the record, I'm not buying any $300,000 cars.
That is true.
Now I have a lot of whiskey, not $300,000 worth.
But a lot of good stuff though.
Good stuff, and you got to share it. This is the locals.
Look at him. Is that a good one, Chance?
It is.
I love when Chance has perspective and even more importantly loses words. He's a guy who loves articulating whiskey and enjoys the journey he's going to take you on. The whiskey's taking him on a journey, so he's like this.
Well, here's the deal. Funk is my game. This one's funky.
It's funky?
Funky Town,
Okay.
right? And I really like that.
And to your point about my,
This one's older, has a better finish. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. But the funk is like, I gotta get points for that.
so I got this one very new in my journey.
Like, you didn't even know the value of it.
I didn't, and somebody told me it was Duffy. Duffy said the locals have really good palates and they pick really good stuff. It's not what you're probably used to because you're so new in the journey. But once you get into it, you're gonna enjoy it. And here I am, 2 years in.
Guys, I've said this before. You're here at the Art of Whiskey. We're going to do some microdosing because I've learned about the power of clipping. I can't make this up. Chance has been around, and he's the best person to articulate my journey. I've got an AP course to the best whiskey on earth. And it's guys like him.
Accelerated.
It's guys like him where you say, how long you been drinking whiskey? About a year and some change. And I've tried literally the best stuff. This is a guy that brought in custom bottles from custom places, and 9 out of 10 people cannot get access to. And they say, how'd you get it? I mean, they walked in my door, but I don't know what keeps happening. I have no clue. I would tell you this. And you know what? I can smell the funk.
Hot take, I'm taking this one.
Okay, over that one?
Yep.
Okay.
That's when Jeff went something, his liver's gone, and he said, what happened? They were like, somebody got you for the whiskey, man.
It's not the same here.
Oh, no.
Well, hold on.
No, that one's easy.
Yeah.
That one's easy.
There you have it, guys. Anything else you want them to know about Russell's, pinks, and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, Turkey in general does the most with
Man,
one
shut that
mash
door!
bill.
Sounds like a flamethrower's going.
We do have a jet engine out there cooking crawfish. If you want a pan.
This is a real thing happening, guys. But anything you want them to know about Russell's, man?
Yeah, so I think Turkey does the best and the most with one mash bill than any distillery out there.
Okay, so they mastered one thing.
Well, yeah, and they learned how to affect flavors with storage and placement in Rickhouses. That's the thing that's special about Turkey. So when they come out with a single Rickhouse that has different Rickhouses, that's them putting their best foot forward, saying this is how we flavor whiskey.
And guys, I thought that all brown Kool-Aid tasted the same. Unfortunately, that is not true. When he said fruit smoothie, I think the only bottle I've ever texted him, who owns a whiskey blendery, or me finishing or even drinking whiskey, was fruit smoothie. And one day I'll show you, I was like this. I was like, bro, I'll finish this. So to your point, I said out loud, I would never spend $200 on whiskey. I walked, exactly, that was crazy.
It's okay.
I know.
We have a 12-step program.
I walk into the blendery. I'm with him when he's picking buff turkey.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, oh, this is the best stuff in the world. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm there. I just did the videos, leave me alone. I remember having the green jacket on, and they were going walking around the bar. He said, try this. I'm like, so, man, he's like, this is like a grape smoothie in a glass. I tried, I was like, God damn. How much is this? He said, well, my price is different than everybody else's price to be clear. So I paid $207. I don't know what the going price was. But we're just different people. So what I tell you is, it still was over $200 for some. In my head, I'm like, I'm gonna piss this out. Fuck this. I'm not spending that. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Best $200 I spent. I should have bought 5 more than bitches.
Should have bought the barrel.
Yep.
Hey, something, man. So when he says buff turkey got him in, I can tell you my first trip to Kentucky, KBF ever, was with him at KBF, and then we went to the Barrel House. My stupid behind literally next, he said, hey, we're gonna go back. I was like this, man, do you need me to go back? He was like, I mean, no, you can stay. I was like, man, I'm gonna walk back to the house and go to sleep. Everything you could do wrong, I did wrong, but we're still here, and we're keeping it whiskey, man. So if you're not a Russell's fan, this would be some of that whiskey that gets you into it. This is buff turkey reminiscent, like it's like a reminder of how good whiskey, or great whiskey can be.
That cherry and that funk.
And again, we gotta thank Scott for showing up, and we've been missing him. He said he was gonna make it. We're so grateful for him just being here and sharing a moment with us. This is history, people. This is literally history in a bottle. These are what, 10, 15 years old?
Some of these, they're not age stated, but we believe these are 8 to 10 at least.
That's 8 years of somebody believing it's gonna work
We do have
out.
some 13 to 15.
Yeah, we have 13 and 15. Coming up next. With the whiskey.
Oh,